2017 Ford Fusion 1.5 EcoBoost starter replacement. Please like and subscribe my channel before you watching this video. With another project, B1 Mobile Mechanic is here. We are located in Georgia. At the beginning, thank you for watching this video. The reason why I'm making this video because this crazy design for Ford Fusion is very different, and if you do not have these tools, do not touch this project. You may be in stock with this starter replacement. First of all, if your car has pushing start, when you go behind the traffic light and your car shut down, and then when you try to start moving, your car turning back on, you have to get this part. Okay, they designed two different starters for this car. For this one, this is the part number. Okay, this is from Doorless AutoZone, and this is the part number if you want to write it down. This is for start and stop behind the traffic light. Otherwise, if you do not have a start and a stop behind the traffic light, there is another part number, you have to look at that. So my customer, this part provided by customer, and my customer already provide me the other one, and that become a wrong part because on the starter motor, this bolt is in different location. It's going behind that, okay, under this 10 millimeters bolt. That's the reason the design is different, and you have to change it. Okay, for this project you need a screwdriver and a pick tool, and you need a flashlight any kind. You need probably 8 millimeters and 10 millimeters wrench. You need a 13 millimeters flex wrench. You need another one with long wrench, and then also, if you do not have this one specific, this is Titan, you can purchase this one from O'Reilly Auto Part. I hope I can give you the right information. It's 68108. This is the part number. This is the only part can help you to remove the bolt. Okay, I'm gonna show you what. And then also you need this too, 1 inch and almost 2 inch. And you need 8 millimeters socket. You need 10 millimeters short and long. You need 13 short and long. And also you need a T30 for your throttle body. And this is the throttle body bolt that you need. All right, so to start, you have to think about your safety. You need a jack and jack stand, and also you need to remove your battery terminal, positive or negative, and then also you have to remove that filter box. Okay, so on top of this, I already removed it from that side, and I have this hose I disconnected, and I disconnect the wiring. So you have to look around because I already made this job before, and that's the reason I am going over it. And you have two 8 millimeters on this filter box, which is locating here, 8 or 10 probably. You have to remove this, and you pull up the filter box, and it come off from that place. After that, you have to go around. These clips are around, and you have to remove it from the filter box. This is the connection you have to remove. I removed this connection, and that's a filter duct. And then I removed this wiring here. I disconnect this one. You have to pulp it up. You have to push from the bottom and release it to the top. And then also I removed this one because I need some clearance here to do not make any damages on the pipe or hoses. And also from here I remove this one from the intake, and also the wiring I release to make better clearance, and also I remove this one to make a room, and I remove the throttle body. The throttle body is here, so you have this connection and you have 4T30 on this. Remove it and change it. It's very simple. Okay, and when you remove it, you have this one. You can open it up with a flat screwdriver, and also you have a 10 millimeters back there. I'm gonna make a zoom. 10 millimeters in back there you have to remove. Okay, and because you need to have a flex pipe here to remove the this crazy hose here. And also what I did, I removed this hoses because for more clearance, and also on the top I removed this hose because on the bottom I need to drain the coolant, and you have to push this to button and push it forward and pull it back to release from this hose. Okay, so this is so far I did. And also in here I removed this 8 millimeters bolt, which is a long bolt, like, oh sorry, it's this one. I removed this one, and also because we need to have a little bit clearance here. Be careful, do not put too much pressure on it. And we had this on top of this transmission line. I removed it already, and I put some towel here to do not get dust. And also we have 10 millimeters on the cable. The gear cable is located down there. So because what will happen here, we need to have built a wait a second, there you go. Okay, we need to have a short 13 millimeters bolt with this. And then what should you do, because when you remove this, take it to the side, you have to have a room here exactly between this. Let me give you light. Okay, here you go. So you have to have a room in there. Okay, the only way you can do is from this side of the hose, you send this one down there, because, and you have to go from on bottom of the gear shifter cable and then go down. Okay, so the only problem we will have, I'm gonna show you the starter. Okay, the starter located like this. Okay, so we have this bolt, you have to remove it from bottom, and we have this bolt, you can remove it from bottom. But this bolt, this crazy design, they put it in that corner. Okay, there is no way to remove this one. And then that one is 13 millimeters. Okay, this long bolt, they put it here. All the bolts are from this way to the starter. Okay, they have a thread. Okay, so what happened, they probably over torqued this bolt for me, and then the reason nothing can catch this bolt, the angle is like this to remove this bolt. Okay, so what will happen, you have to have a magnet. In my trick, I add this one. Okay, and I add this one to it. All right, so it give me more flex. You see, it give me more flex, and I made it like a universal joint also to reach that bolt, because if it is straight, it's not gonna help. So the socket gonna go to bottom and not moving forward. So what I did, I reach it to this much and I use my magnet, okay, from this angle. You can see the bolt is located bottom down there, okay, and then I use my magnet, touch the socket and bring it to the bolt like this. All right, and I stick it in to get the socket, to get the bolt, okay. And after that I use my wrench, put pry on it to open it up, okay. So this is so far everything should be on this side of the hose and this block, okay. So everything go between these two. It's very important to get off this bolt, okay. So it needs a lot of power to break this bolt. All right, so I'm gonna go underneath and show you more things that gonna explain it to you. As I said, you need a jack and jack stand for there, but before I go down, why you can't remove the intake? Because the intake is not like other car design. They did this filter here. That's a crazy design by Ford. And if you want to remove all this bolt to reach the intake bolt, they are located behind this filter. This filter is almost 6 inches, okay, and you have only 4 inches clearance here from the intake to the radiator support and the hoses. You cannot take that one out to reach the air intake and remove that bolt, okay. So I'm gonna go bottom. You have to remove that cover, and to put your jack and jack, use your jack, you have to take the jack all the way to that engine mount and subframe. All right, and when you come bottom, you have this 210mm bolt you have to open up. Before doing that, I recommend it to you to release this filter with this hose for the oil filter. So when you release this one, a lot of coolant gonna drain, and use a bucket or pan to catch the coolant. And then after that, you have the clip or fastener here. You have to release it and separate this hose from that. And then the reason why I open up the hose on the top, because we need to make a flex pipe here. You have that ground wire here. Let me give you some lights. And then that negative is going to top of the board for the starter here in this location, okay. That's one of the board, and another board is on top of that, exactly on top. So I'm gonna make a zoom. So that's another board. You probably can see some of it. All right, so that's another board. You can remove them easily. And then also you have to release this wiring harness here to make a little bit clearance, and you have 210mm on this part, 2 nuts you have to remove and put them on the side to make more room here, okay. This is another thing you have to do. And then let me see what else we did. Yeah, I told you I made this starter replacement by 2 different days. That's the reason I put all the screws and other parts inside the rim in case of rain or weather condition. So this one is for the starter with the 10mm nut is going to that one for the ground, and then also that's all the nuts, and that's a board for the starter. So that's the top one, and this is the bottom one. All right, so and this 210mm is for this part I already show you at the beginning. I came to the bottom of the car. Behind the starter you have a 13 millimeters nut and 10 millimeters nut. You have to remove this too. Okay, so when you reach the starter, you have to use your 13 millimeters socket, the short one, to release this one, and you should use a 1 inch extension to remove this one and remove this one, this 10 millimeters. Okay, because they have a cover on it and you have to fit that. So again, if you put your starter on and you see the terminal or the wiring with the connection does not reach this too, and then you think something is wrong, just be careful, you got the wrong part. Okay, before you doing anything, when you get your parts, your starter, make sure you put them together exactly to this situation. Okay, so this two bolt gonna be same, but the difference you will see between these two 10 millimeters. Okay, so if they are not exactly on the same line, you are at the wrong with the wrong part. Okay, so normally on the other one, this port is a little bit on the bottom. That's the reason your connection is not reaching this. Okay, so this is all you should know, and then I'm gonna tell you how the starter gonna come out, because it's very important. The starter gonna come up from the top or from the bottom. So nothing gonna come off from with the starter from the top. Everything is from the bottom. Okay, so I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna put this one back there because I already changed the remove the old one. So okay, I'm not gonna use the new bolt because the old one is good. I already inspected. Okay, the other day I removed the oil filter, and I have to remove that one again because I need to send the starter back there and removing that. All right, I removed the filter. So the situation we have to go up is like this. All right, first, and then you have to play with this hoses. When you go top, you have to twist your starter. Okay, because the starter motor gonna go to the top. And you have to stick it to the place. I am almost there. Okay, I am almost there. Okay, so what is gonna happen, you have to play a little bit with it to put it exactly to the same place. And the first thing you should do, put the first, let me show it to you. Okay, the first thing what I did, I put the bottom screw on, and then I use my short flex wrench here to close that one. I'm not going to tighten them, I just need to make it close to See, there is a gap between the starter and the transmission. Okay, you see, to put other bolts on in the easy way. Okay, so if I put this one on, I'm gonna go put the connection back there to see they are going in easily or not. So you have to use your arm to go to the top of that starter motor and put them on. Alright guys, I already put the connection back here. It is very tough place to put this two on, and then also I put all the other board for the top. I'm gonna go to use this board for the top from here, and then just be careful. You can use a magnet at the beginning and send this one inside, or use a little bit towel. Let me show you. Use a little bit towel on top of this bolt, and then stick it in like this, and then send it back to that bolt. Okay, be careful, do not miss your bolt, or otherwise you can use your magnet to put it back there. Alright, do everything reverse, and I hope you are good to go with this video. Be careful, this is about 3 hours job. You have to done this service. Okay, if you think the other people just explain it, or I explain it with 20 minutes, the job is not 20 minutes. Just I explain it 20 minutes. So do not make a mistake. Okay, say, hey, that's 20 minutes, let me go and do it. So until you're preparing your equipment, you think about it, how to remove the other stuff. So those are taking your time. Okay, so count on 3 hours if you are a professional guy and you know how to work with this situation. So go ahead and do it. Otherwise, let your mechanic or mechanic shop to doing this starter replacement for you. Again, please like and subscribe my video channel, and I'll be appreciated for future we can make another video for you. Thank you very much, and have a nice day.